It's good to be back. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the latest show in the Game of Thrones universe, is finally here, and I couldn't be more excited. Today I'm going to be breaking down what exactly this show is and where it takes place on the Game of Thrones timeline. Please note that while a lot has already been revealed about the future of the core characters of this show through dialogue in Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire books, I won't be sharing any of that information here since I want viewers to go into the show as spoiler-free as possible. The book A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which the show will be adapting, is a collection of stories written by our author George R.R. Martin. In length, these stories sit somewhere between short stories and novels, making them novellas. This series of stories is referred to by both Martin and the fandom as the Tales of Dunk and Egg, named after the core two characters of the series. While I imagine the showrunners will take some creative liberties for both length padding and world-building purposes, each season of the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms show should roughly adapt one Dunk and Egg story. Season 1, premiering this Sunday, will be adapting The Hedge Knight, the first story in the series. While the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms book collects just the 3 stories of the Tales of Dunk and Egg series that Martin has written so far, he actively plans to write more, leading to the potential for additional seasons beyond 3 if he's able to write fast enough. But we all know that's a big if. So, when exactly does The Knight of the Seven Kingdoms take place? Well, it sits at roughly the halfway point between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones on the timeline, taking place around 90 years before the start of the main series. That makes it another prequel series, just not as far back in the timeline as House of the Dragon. By this point in time, the last of the dragons have already died out. Westeros is controlled by a fractured Targaryen dynasty, struggling to maintain its hold on the Seven Kingdoms while being plagued by a series of rebellions from its offshoot branch, the Blackfyres. The beauty of the Dunk and Egg series is that we aren't seeing this political turmoil from the perspective of the elite, as we do in both House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Rather, we see everything through the eyes of an average person, our protagonist, Sir Duncan the Tall, or Dunk for short. An orphan from Flea Bottom, one of the poorest areas of King's Landing, and Westeros as a whole, we begin the series in his teen years when he's first starting his journey as a Hedge Knight, hence the title of the story Season 1 will be adapting. A Hedge Knight is essentially just a freelance knight. Rather than serving a single house or city, Hedge Knights wander across the Seven Kingdoms, choosing random jobs from lords and ladies willing to hire them. The first story begins at the outset of his Hedge Knight adventures, in which Dunk arrives at a tournament, planning to win and use the prize to obtain all the equipment he needs to kickstart his career. He soon encounters a mysterious boy named Egg, who quickly latches onto him. Little does Dunk know that Egg is a lot more than just an ordinary stable boy. I'm so excited to dive into this series with you all. As I did with seasons 1 and 2 of House of the Dragon, I'll be posting an in-depth breakdown video within a few days of each episode's release. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to get notified as soon as each video drops. As a blanket reminder, please refrain from leaving any spoilers in the comments section, whether it be information we already know from conversations in Game of Thrones or from those who have read the stories themselves. This applies to both this video and the episode breakdowns to come. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for my breakdown of episode 1 of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.